What is going on? It is a non-moose, and the moose is loose on your archipelago. Now, in Archipelago Land, it is War Factory Day, July the 6th. In reality, it's July the 5th, which I think is the least productive day in the entire history of the America. I think everyone on my task force that's from the States is hungover, and the weekend in the middle of the week is just not a good thing. People are so lackadaisical today, but nonetheless, maybe that just means it's a good day for them to watch War Factory videos and reminisce about how drunk they got last night and how many fireworks they lost. Hopefully none of you lost any fingers last night. It seems like every year on July the 4th, people... Oh man, look at that. Speaking of losing fingers, that is... I already have a 31%, so let's just trash that. That hurts a little bit. I wish I could transfer that to someone, but it seems like every year someone loses fingers. I think last year there were like 2 professional NFL football players who lost fingers. RIP their Boom Beach abilities. But let's get into War Factory. I play with my thumbs anyway, so that shouldn't be a big deal. Lots and lots of stuff happening today. This looks like a good one for Gren Medic, maybe. Lots of lasers. We're going to have to go to the right side. There's going to be... Whoa, lots of health on those. I cannot GBE those. That is for certain 100,000 health. It's not something I can do. I think I could probably do that in 2 attacks. So we're going to have to burn through some things. Lots and lots. This is like the worst ever for Sparky. Lots of doom cannons, lots of hot pots, lots of lasers. So we're going to have to do some clearing. And it's going to have to be done with troops. First of all, I'm going to get rid of some rocket launchers and some shock launchers and those sorts of things. And then it's going to take some work. We're going to have to get in here. I mean, even a shock blaster for extra. Can I GBE those? These have a lot of health today. For lower levels, this is going to be a serious problem. The shield we're at, this is a pretty beefy shield. Okay, so this is going to be... This is not a low-level friendly. This is not friendly T-Moz War Factory whatsoever. So... let's get rocking and rolling. I'm going to get clearing. I'm probably going to have to do 2 clearing attacks just to do a troop clearing attack. Wow. This is a beefy day. Okay. Man, hot pots galore. 7 hot pots, 6 doom cannons, 4 lasers, and a shock blaster. This is prototype hell for me. Okay. So, let's do it like this. First of all, let's get Everspark loaded. This is going to take some doing. Indeed, as our operation is winding down in the background. 39 minutes to go. Let's make sure that I'm on airplane mode and do not disturb mode, just because the worst thing that could happen in the middle of this. This is going to be a tough one. This is probably the toughest War Factory I can recall, actually, for low levels. Higher levels can use Gren Medic over here on the left-hand side, probably. Can actually GBE this stuff. I cannot GBE that. That would take me 2 full attacks. So, here goes nothing. Where do I want to start with? Let's start with the... I'm going to get this rocket launcher so I can get rid of this these lasers. I'm going to get rid of just... Oh, man. This is a problem. Even the rocket launchers would take 1 full... round of GBE to get rid of. 52,000 health is about the max I can do with 1 full round of GBE. So let's do... I'm going to try and keep this as error-free as I can. And the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to drop Everspark right into here. And I'm going to push the button and flare the rocket launcher. And I'm only going to use 2 smokes. And I'm just going to let her die. I'm going to use most of my GBE on the rocket launchers. I feel like there's just too many hot pots nearby and there's too many errors that could potentially happen. So we're going to get rid of this easy one. Easy rocket launcher down. And then I'm just going to use basically all of my GBE on these rocket launchers. I couldn't get 5 rocket launchers with 1 Sparky attack anyways, so I figured let's just keep it as error-free as possible and use our GBE. I can do about 50,000 health, so we might as well use all of our GBE on there. So we got them down to pretty much GBE-able. Let's pick up a couple more free GBEs over here. That's going to get us to 12 is the problem. And I need, so let's go way over to here. Let's go over to here. I'm going to basically just leave these troops to die. I'm okay with losing one boat just to get the extra GBE, because I need to get at least one more artillery out of this deal. And if I can get maybe a bit more, it'd be useful. So, come on. There we go. Run away, run away. Lost one troop there, I think. Yeah, one troop for an extra GBE, or an extra artillery is pretty good. Now, what to do next? Now that we got that done, attack number 1 is in the books. It was different than normal, but that's okay. What do we got? So we can get rid of these 4 pretty easily now. And the next trick I'm going to do is let's get rid of the shock launcher. This is not my standard way to do things, but I'm just trying to do it as safely and as easily as possible on this one because, man, just danger, danger, danger. 2 smokes again. As long as she doesn't hit that boom mine, we're okay. There we go. Clearing the right side. A little bit, going back to a little bit analog today. There we go. Shock launcher is gone. Now, let's get rid of the rocket launchers. 2 attacks for all the rocket launchers, and the shock launcher isn't bad. It's not amazing, but at least it's easy to do, and this is something that I'm not going to screw up and other people are going to be able to copy easily. So, now that that's done, I want to get rid of these lasers. I realize it's a little bit dangerous, but I'm okay with that. It's only going to be 3 shocks. 2 shocks if I'm extra careful, but let's just do that. Let's get rid of the lasers. 2 smoke drop. All our troops up, and we'll get the smoke. And I'm going to go right to about there. 1, 2. Now I've marked the lasers, so they will attack the lasers first. That is fairly critical in this. Hopefully I don't screw it up though. 1 and 2. I'm gonna lose a couple to that 1 doom cannon, but I'm okay with that for the most part. Now run away, run away, run away, run away. We got the lasers down, we got the rocket launchers down, we got the shock launcher down. Things are looking a bit more manageable at this point. 27 troops lost. Endless reserve makes that easy, and it's not a lot of time to wait, even if you don't have it. So now to figure out what the heck to do. I've almost got the entire map cleared at this point, but I'm tempted to use grenadiers on the left-hand side, but we're going to skip that just because it takes too much time. Now, Sparky is going to be useful because she will activate the hot pots with her critters. Let's just clear. I'm just totally analog here. I'm just going to keep to the basics and just clear, clear, clear. We're going to load 2 boats of rifles for their face boom cannoning abilities. Oh, let's have another look here. So, if we clear the whole left side, that should be... These doom cannons will be a problem later on. How many attacks do we have left? We have 3 attacks left, so I probably don't even need to do that quite yet. How much health on these doom cannons? Too much. Over 100,000. So you know what? I'm just going to stick to analog and just clear the right side. Is there any free GBE here? Yes, there's quite a bit of free GBE at the front. So we're going to start at the front, clear this GBE, and then we'll move to the right, I think is the general plan that I'm coming up with slowly in my head. Let's do that. I'm going to drop 2 boats of Zookas, 1 here and 1 here. And I'm just going to farm a little bit. This is going to be a slow war factory day. I'm just going to farm as much GBE as I can, and then we're going to clear the right side and hopefully get a whole lot of stuff done. And now, even if I farm all this GBE, it won't be enough to BART down those doom cannons, so that is not my plan in here. My plan here is strictly to get as much GBE as I possibly can just so that I can use it for shocks and things later on. That's all we're after here. Let's get a little bit lower. Using a couple extra smokes here, which isn't necessarily what I was hoping for, but gonna keep these troops alive. Hopefully just get over into here. Let's get one more smoke. I'm gonna drop Everspark super late just to keep her alive is the goal. Because if she dies, this whole thing is going to be a little bit different. Now the rifles are just going to be sitting out front. That's all I'm hoping for with these rifles. They're not doing anything spectacular. They're just keeping my Zookas alive. Let's get a remote out now that the rifles are far enough ahead. And now all that remote's doing is, again, keeping my troops alive a little bit longer. That's what we're after here. And I'm going to press the remote again. Every so often I'm just going to push the remote just to keep things alive a couple seconds longer. And as soon as those hot pots pop up, there's one popping up. Not quite. It's a little bit too early to shock it though. You see how the troops firing timing changes as soon as that happens? There we go. That should be it. Nope, wrong one. I wanted to get... Let's go. Come on, hot pots. Come on, hot pots. There we go. We got 2 up. That's good. Did that boom cannon take out a hot pot? I'm not entirely sure what happened there. I can't think of any other reason why why the hot pots would be down, or why I'd have one gone though. Let's move right into here. Moving away from the machine guns. Come on, critters. Come on, critters. I'm gonna use that critter. Let's get that. Oh, I hate hot pots. Hot pots with low-level troops is not an easy thing to deal with whatsoever, and I've totally butchered it, because I'm just trying to get rid of that back one, and it's not working. I just need some critters on the hot pot so I can get an extra second or 2. There we go. That's what I was hoping for. Just get the hot pot down. That's all I need right now, is just get the hot pot down, please, and thank you. Let's just use all of our available GBE to get it down, because if it comes unshocked, there we go. So, the whole right side is basically cleared. We don't really have much of a play yet, but at least we have an entire side that we can work with. And we're going to get a little bit more GBE here. I'm just going to clear that boom mine probably once that crate comes back. And yeah, I mean, this is not going to be an easy hit on the core, but it'll go down. I can basically guarantee that I'll get this War Factory now. You heard it here first. War Factory, July the 7th or 6th is going down for sure, but it's not going to be easy by any stretch of the imagination. Boom cannon down, and then let's retreat. I wonder where this guy's going to retreat to. You're going to die. There we go. That is a tough War Factory. This is a very, very tough War Factory for especially without critters. You can't activate those hot pots. I want to see if that actual boom cannon took out that hot pot. I feel like that's the only possible explanation for where... Oh no, that was the shock launcher. Duh. I was trying to figure out how that went down, but it was actually a shock launcher from before. So that explains why there's no ring around it. Again, duh. Okay. So now I need to get rid of the shock blaster and probably a whole bunch of this stuff. And how we're going to do that is very carefully. Do I need... I'm going to change to 1 boat of rifles. 2 boats of rifles seems to be a little bit much. At this point I'm thinking, should I have gone for the shield generators? Let's have a look at the shield generators. Even if we get the shield generators, there's still 700,000 health on core, so I don't think that is the right play for me on this account. Let's go up into here. I'm going to use Critter Swarm actually instead of Universal Remote, just because Critter Swarm will actually help me activate those hot pots, and there's nothing around that I can Universal Remote that I can see. See, like if I get up to this general area, there's no buildings that I can, or there's no defenses, it's all prototypes. So not being able to Universal Remote anything would mean that Universal Remote would be a complete waste of time. I want to activate the hot pots. The easiest way to do that is with critters, so let's do that. I'm going to get this thing rolling. We'll walk over, over into here. Did not mean to drop my rifles quite yet, but that's okay. Now I gotta figure out a spot to go where my critters will actually be useful and I can still take things out. So let's go into about here, I think. Critters, let's drop some smokes and some smokes and 1, 2 into there. Couple too many smokes, but nothing awful. Okay, we're gonna shock. I think I should be out of range of the hot pots still. I think, yes, we are. Okay, so we can clear reasonably well here. I'm going to drop my critter swarm and hope that they go the right direction. There we go. Perfect. That's exactly what I was hoping to do. Probably should have shocked a little bit cleaner, but nonetheless, we've got our critters out front. We've got our critter swarm happening, and we are moving inwards on the hot pots. There we go. So critter swarm definitely helping us out here. Just need that last hot pot to go down. Oh, that was tight. That was very, very close. I guess I might as well just flare these. I mean, I'm running out of troops here, and so we might as well just get rocking and rolling. These doom cannons are kicking our ass, but at least we have the hot pots down, and now we have a clear, easy path to core. Clear and easy. I mean, just easy is not the right word. Critters popping. Now. Reasonable, reasonable, reasonable. All good now. Oh, we only have 1 attack left. Wow, this is going to be... It's still not terribly easy. Let's see how much range that has. So I'm just going to come in here and just crush that and then run away, like with my tail between my legs. 1 shock. So that's the trick on these hot pots. If you shock on the back corner here, right in the dead center, you'll get a couple of the doom cannons, and I would have had more troops to deal with had I have done that. We're going to use critter swarm again, and then I'm just going to run away. We'll run away, and man, this is a tough one. This is the kinds of war factory that as a lower level I really enjoy, because we're talking about, it's not just an easy burn down. There are tons and tons of prototypes. You can't just Sparky. You've got to put some thought into it, and that is, for me, that's what war factory is all about. I want something that's challenging and difficult and fun and all of those sorts of things. So I'm going to come right into there. It's going to be a little bit scary, but scary is okay. Scary is good. Let's get right into there. Bam, bam. Am I losing any troops? Nope. Okay, so I'm going to click the critter swarm ability, hoping to get some critters on these doom cannons, because otherwise I'm going to lose a whole bunch of troops. There we go. There's the critters. Oops, there's another hot pot. Thank you, hot pot. Let's get a shock right about there, I think is probably a good spot. There we go. Yep. Got the hot pot, got the critters, and now I think I need to run away. Let's run away now. Oh, it's going to be tight. The critters are going to help for sure. And the couple bits of, what are those guys called? Riflemen are going to help for sure. But there's a lot of doom cannons. I'm a little bit scared this won't go down, to be completely honest. Come on, critters. Keep us alive. Everspark's critters are going to be a godsend here. Critters keeping the dudes alive. Keeping the ladies alive. This is, I mean, only 1 doom cannon is firing, I think. The other one is just slightly out of range. I think I pulled out at the right time. There we go. Okay, down it goes. That was a tough one. I mean, I got a couple extra critters here. Let's drop them in there. But that was one of the tougher war factories that I can remember. I mean, for higher levels, probably not as big of a deal because you can GBE stuff. But and you can activate hot pots with critters. But on this account, that was a tough one. I have not had to use that many troops in a long, long, long time. I mean, how many troops did we use there? Let's have a look. let's have a look. We used troops on that one, sort of. I won't consider that troops. Definitely used troops there. I mean, this, without endless reserves, this would have cost a lot of diamonds and or a lot of time. So hopefully you get this. I'm sure there are things that can be improved upon. My shocks especially were not ideal. You might want to use universal remote more than I did. I tried to keep it simple just so that I didn't have to screw up. But there are a lot of prototypes, there are a lot of lasers and all sorts of stuff like that. So I wish you good luck. It is not an easy one. Yeah, and for those of you who are nursing hangovers, I would take it slow. Take it slow, see how it goes, and I shall talk to you later. I'm out. Thanks for coming in. Peace.